What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about GTII. Now, I usually talk about AMC and APE, but I've learned that GTII is tied together like brothers and sisters in this fight against the shorts. All right, as you can see here, I've done a lot of research on GTII, and recently we had a run up. All right, you see the run up, and it run up to $9, and then it came down. And I made a video, and I told y'all that the reason that happened was they were calling in their friends to help them. The Kramer brothers are behind the naked short selling of GTII. Kramer's brother is nefarious in the OTC market in crushing small businesses. And GTII is one such business. Now, once it ran up like it did, they didn't cover. All right, they have over 150 supposedly million shares of GTII shorted, and instead of covering it this time, they went and called their friend Tim Sykes or whatever his name is, and he jumped in talking about he got 1,000 shares short and so forth. Just like with AMC when Iceberg did the same thing. We're going short. Nobody gave a shit. Tim went short. And what happened was Tim and whoever else the Kramer brothers were able to call in pushed the stock down to here, and it closed. All right? Then when it opened the next day, it continued its fall down, but all of their efforts could not keep it down. It came back up, and it closed at $5 or $4.90 a share. I think it's $5 in the post market. But here's the thing, people. GTII's CEO fights the shorts openly. He's not cryptic. He tells it like it is, and he calls them out. All right? And he's called out Jim Cramer. And if I would have known Jim Cramer was involved and his brother was involved in GTI, I would have got in a long time ago to fight them some bitches. But what I want you to do now is they had a space call. I want you to listen to the space call for just a moment, and you're going to learn a whole lot more about GTII in this space call. Now, they are setting up a rally in D.C. Listen to this. It happens tomorrow.
The Kramers actually turned them in to get their listing removed, and then went to court to try to seize the asset they were working on because they thought they'd taken the company to zero. So this individual, a Harvard grad, was very sharp, got a really good lawyer, and actually became a federal case, and they got it overturned. And the judge actually called Kurt Kramer a criminal at the hearing, and that got stopped. It is estimated this company has 8 billion shares shorted by the Kramers. And in my discussions with the individual running the company, I said, what we're doing as a group with Ham here, and because I've been in since January 21, most of the other. And basically, this individual said, you know what, tell me where I sign. If there's anything we can do to help, do this and make it move. So they're 100% on board. Actually, couldn't believe we were getting as far as we could. We were, because I was basically told that no one's had any luck getting close to these guys or getting near them because there's such a wall of attorneys, and it's all fraud streets. They just keep juggling one company to another. So I think we have an ally right now in another company that is very interested in sitting down and talking with Ham and devising something that we can move forward.
I just wanted to let everybody know, a shareholder reminded me, I always said, when this thing isn't going to the moon, it's going to Mars. We can't fly from New York to Miami without some turbulence. So, there's bumps in the road. Again, this is another battle in this major war, and we're here to win the war. These little battles, these attacks. Obviously, one thing I wanted to bring to your attention about this guy, Tim Sykes, whatever his name is. He's a notorious bandit. If he's so wonderful at trading, why is he giving out advice? Okay, that's a classic sign that he's a front. This is the Andrew Left business model: short, distort, okay, deflect. This is what he's doing, And this guy's claimed, he's out there claiming that he's taken charge and, this is his win, this is his kill. Well, we're going to make Tim a star tomorrow. We're going to take care of that. Tomorrow in D.C., just to let everybody know, the truck, the GTI truck, will be visiting the White House, the FBI, DOJ, and the SEC. It'll be in the lobby again. We have our on-staff reporter, William, will be doing a live report from one of those locations. He lives in D.C., and he'll meet up with the truck, and he'll do his report live from D.C., whether it's the SEC, maybe the White House, if you can get close, so we'll get some press on this. I already sent it to Charlie Payne and a host of other reporters saying, hey, this is what we're doing. Look at the fraud. They're blatant. Step up. Somebody help out and help kill these people. All right? So I did my job as best I can to get it to everywhere. We're not going away, just to let everybody know. I've been here 20 years. This little nonsense means nothing. They're short 150 million shares. The number needs to go down, not up. These morons that are shorting it, they're bandits. They just took the steam out of the stock. Sideways action and the slow move up is how you kill them. Some idiot is now short 60 million shares, and they have H.C. Wainwright, notorious naked short-selling firm that does a lot of debt finance, is out there calling the company up, trying to cover. Does it sound familiar? Charlie Mayo, H.C. Wainwright, representing a hedge fund who is short trying to cover. Finger motion, if that turns up, since it's such a small company today, if that thing turns green, forget it. That's going to be a rocket ship to the moon fast. No one's selling it. We all know. They just keep flooding the markets, hoping to deter buyers. At the end of the day, every share they've sold, they have to buy back because these guys are planning an attack. Now, the most important thing about the attack, which is very interesting, on the attack down, why aren't the Kramers buying the stock back and scooping it up? Do you think they paid for it? That would be my guess. They probably reached out to old Timmy Boy and said, hey, get out here. Here's a couple of bucks. Go get your animals, knock this stock down, and try to break it. That's what I think they did. That's my opinion. I'm pretty good at this stuff. This guy came out of nowhere and wants to jump into a stock that has a reported short of north of 100 million shares and jump into a front of that freight train. Think about the people jumped in front of the freight train of GameStop. They're all homeless now. All right? They all lost their businesses shorting the stock. Big difference. All right? Who would do that? The only reason that guy sent all his holders, all his followers into debt is because he probably got compensated for it. And I don't give a shit who he is. And I said to Dirty Mayo, when we grab this prick, when we finally catch him, we're going to drag him off his plane by his hair. All right? This guy's a criminal to come out here and blatantly try to spit in our face. Now he's in the fight. He wants to be a movie star. Tomorrow, when his face is showing at the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI, let him deal with it. All right? Wants to be a Twitter cannibal manipulator? Good luck, Tim. That's a word from me. Go fuck yourself. And for our shareholders. Again, stocks go up and down all the time. Again, there's bumpy rides. I can't say that. We just talked about the Alpine guy. Obviously, Alpine, go read their history. They're full of criminals. These guys know how to navigate offshore accounts.
So, did you hear that? It's the Kramer brothers that's behind the shorting of GTII. All right? And I love what that man said. They're criminals. Of course they're criminals. And that's exactly what I said happened right here on this day. I made a video. Their friends to come and try to help them. They have taken a beating in the last couple of days. All right. So expect their friends to come and try to help them. Now, when I recorded that video, I had no idea who Tim Sykes was. I went and Googled him and found out who he is. He's a penny stock guru. And he decided he wanted to go short. He's a friend of Jim Cramer's, and the Kramer brothers. So, jump on in there. I told y'all in that video on October 4th, jump on in. Short this motherfucker. It's over with for y'all. That 150 million that you have, Jim Cramer, is fixing to come our way. Now, if you're not in GTI, that's on you. I've established a position. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for my ride to Mars, not the moon. And then when I'm there, I'm coming back, and I'm going to get me some more AMC and Ape and Highcroft. Because there's gold in them hills. Y'all just ain't heard about it yet. Love y'all. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next video. One more thing before I go. I am not advocating, and I don't want anybody to sell their AMC or Ape to get into GTII. So, before anybody can start with that shield shit, GTII is a really good play that I've been following. Piss on the guy from New York. I've had this play since August 1st, and it's gonna go to Mars, people. Love y'all. Be blessed. Do what you think's best for your finances. See you in the next video.
Cold red, there's been a glitch in the matrix. They out here wildin' and it's too much, I can't take it. Red pill, blue pill, my mind knew they were shaping.